25 minutes of WWE wrestlers breaking character. Do you remember moments where they broke character, chat? Because this is one of those things where it's like I'm trying to think about it off the top of my head and I'm like, I don't really remember.
Unlike movie actors, WWE wrestlers have one take to get everything right, which can cause them to break character. Sometimes it's hilarious, and other times it's sad. LA Knight is this generation's version of The Rock. He's arguably the wittiest and funniest person currently in WWE.
Okay.
He's so good that he can get other wrestlers to break.
The only problem is when I look at you, I just get the feeling you're not allowed within 50 yards of a school, you creep.
Even when WWE isn't on the air, wrestlers can get caught on camera breaking character. During a commercial break, Nikki Cross saw a young fan waving at her and was delighted. Unfortunately, Bayley caught Nikki breaking character and got her to snap back before Raw was back on the air. At Crown Jewel 2023, Kairi Sane returned to WWE and joined Bayley's group, Damage Control. Less than a week later, Kairi competed in her first match back. However, afterward, Sane forgot she was now a villain and went to take a picture with a fan. Bayley quickly shut the photo shoot down and got Kairi Sane back into character. Warning, this next moment will likely make you teary-eyed. Shortly after winning the 2023 Royal Rumble, Cody Rhodes made it clear he would challenge the undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. On Raw, Cody came face-to-face with Roman's wise man, Paul Heyman. Rhodes started talking about his late father, Dusty Rhodes, someone Paul Heyman had history with. Cody shared that in 2000, his family was broke, and his father was struggling to make ends meet. During this time, Paul Heyman reached out to Dusty Rhodes about appearing in his company, ECW. Despite being notorious for not paying talent, Paul Heyman made sure Dusty was paid well, and Cody thanked Heyman for that. The story was so emotional that Paul Heyman broke character and started crying. Wrestling might be predetermined, but those tears were real. This next moment was supposed to be serious, but
wait, that's so nice. Shout out Dusty Rhodes, man. LA Knight's from my hometown. That's crazy. It is so sweet. That's so nice. No, I like that moment.
But the fans had other plans.
Yeah?
Nearly 7 years after they faced off at SummerSlam for the Universal Championship, Finn Balor called out Seth Rollins. It was a serious moment for Finn, but the fans were more interested in singing.
I remember this. I remember this.
It went on for so long that Rollins couldn't hold it any longer and broke character by laughing.
Hey, this isn't funny. This is serious.
Damn.
It's serious.
The Usos are always having trouble staying in character, and 2023 was no different.
Oh.
On Raw, Jimmy and Jay were fighting Otis and Chad Gable. Early in the match, Otis and Jay were locking up when Otis began to jiggle. Jay could not keep it together and started laughing, which made it look like he was enjoying it. Even the leader of the bloodline, Roman Reigns, can't keep it together. In July 2023, Roman and Jay Uso met in the ring to sign a contract for their match.
I don't know if I'm feeling
The two
Uzi.
agreed to enter tribal combat, and while Jay was explaining what was legal in the match, he managed to get Roman to break character.
Okay.
I'll grab that lady's left slipper over there and slap you across the head, Woods.
As you've seen, Bayley is usually the one that keeps wrestlers in character. However, this moment was so cute that even the leader of Damage Control couldn't help but break character. At a non-televised WWE event, Bayley rolled out of the ring where a little girl got her to break character. Okay, get the tissues out. It's time for another emotional moment.
No.
In 2020, Edge did what no one thought he could, and that was return to WWE. 3 years after that, the Radar superstar was ready to leave. In August 2023, Edge competed in his final WWE match in front of his hometown crowd in Toronto. Edge's last opponent was Sheamus, the same man who had helped him make his return.
I remember
the ultimate
this.
opportunist was victorious, and because of the gravity of the situation, Sheamus and Edge both decided to break character and embrace. The Radar superstar then got real and spoke to the fans as Adam Copeland.
Everything I said last week in Calgary is true.
I remember
Here's the
this.
reason that I was able to get back in here. That's no lie. That's no character. That's no writing. Steven is the reason that I was able to get back in here.
Even before he joined the Judgment Day,
Damn, wait, I remember this. I remember seeing like what was it? I think it was like the Instagram post, right? Where he was talking about where I think it was Sheamus on like Edge's kids, like I think it was like a little like pink tricycle or something from like it was like Edge's like daughter's like tricycle, and there was a picture of Sheamus on it. And it was like super emotional, so good.
Drew McIntyre was a pretty serious guy. However, if you saw Drew during a commercial break, then you know that's not true.
Damn.
When WWE was on the air though, Drew McIntyre always kept it straight. Except for this moment. One of the more minor storylines of 2023 was that of Matt Riddle and Drew McIntyre. After McIntyre saved Matt Riddle from a post-match beatdown by Gunther, the original bro started teaming with the Scottish Warrior. Riddle was clearly more into the idea than Drew, and even proposed matching ring gear. This caused Drew to accidentally break character.
Oh!
Okay, so I think I know what you're saying. Let's get matching kills. No, Drew.
Damn.
I think Solo Sikoa would have actually gotten into trouble if he didn't break character here. During a non-televised WWE show, Solo was taking on Sheamus. Sikoa won, but then did something unexpected after the match. The fourth generation wrestler left the ring and hugged one of the fans in the crowd. As it turns out, the fan was actually Solo Sikoa's mother. Yeah, breaking character for the woman who birthed you was definitely the right thing to do.
Do you think he would have been like hit over the head if he hadn't like hugged her? You think like his mom would have like smacked him over the head with like yeah, no, I get it. Nope, great character, bro. Go for it. 100%.
I told you at the beginning that wrestlers do not get a second take, but I bet Becky Lynch really wishes she could have. In September 2023, Becky Lynch did something unexpected and won the NXT Women's Championship. Less than a week later, Lynch issued an open challenge for the title. However, Becky ended up forgetting her lines and broke character.
Oh.
And I can't think of a better time than...
Charlotte Flair actually apologized to help cover up her character-breaking moment. On the final SmackDown of 2022, Charlotte Flair returned as a face, a good guy, and defeated Ronda Rousey to become the new SmackDown Women's Champion. The next week, Flair was challenged by Sonya Deville, and the champ accepted. Charlotte won, but for a split second, the Queen forgot she was a good guy and yanked the championship from the referee. Flair immediately realized that's not what a face does and said a quick thank you to the ref. On the May 29th, 2023 episode of Raw, Seth Rollins and AJ Styles teamed up to take on Judgment Day's Finn Balor and Damian Priest. Of course, Rhea Ripley and Dominic Mysterio were ringside for the match. Early on, Seth Rollins slid to the outside and put his arm around Rhea. While Dom should have been furious that Seth was putting his hand on Mommy, he was actually trying to hold back laughter. To be fair, it looked like Rhea Ripley was struggling not to crack too. Sometimes, a wrestler becomes so overcome with emotion that they can't help but break character. This is exactly what happened at WrestleMania 39. During the event's first night, Charlotte Flair defended her SmackDown Women's Championship against Rhea Ripley. Mommy won the match, and while she stayed in character, her opponent could not. Rather than looking sad or upset, Flair was smiling and laughing, happy about the performance she and Rhea gave the fans that night.
That
Charlotte
was so good.
Similar later in the year. At a non-televised WWE event in Mexico City, Asuka, Shotzi, and Charlotte Flair fought in a triple threat match. Asuka ended up winning the match, but that wasn't what was shocking. After the Empress had left, Charlotte broke character and hugged her opponent, Shotzi. The two women then celebrated with the crowd and walked away with a thunderous applause. This next incident is respect shown in the most purest form. One of the biggest WWE feuds of 2023 was Brock Lesnar versus Cody Rhodes. After each man had gotten one victory over the other, the two faced off for a third and final time
I remember
at
this.
SummerSlam. The Beast and the American Nightmare had a physical match, but in the end, Cody came out on top. After the match was over, Brock embraced Cody and raised the second generation wrestler's hand. Cody looked surprised by this, and that's because it wasn't part of the script. Presumably, Brock was meant to walk away quietly, but instead, he decided to break character and show his respect to the American Nightmare. At the 2014 Battleground
That's actually so
pay-per-view, John
nice.
Cena defends the World Heavyweight Championship against Kane, Randy Orton, and Roman Reigns.
Okay.
This is only Roman's second time competing for the WWE World title. Ironically though, it was the multi-time champion that broke character. At one point, Reigns nailed John Cena with his finisher, the spear. However, John Cena didn't sell it at all, and instead called for Kane to break up the pinfall. Due to the camera position, it was clear as day, and it certainly didn't help make Roman Reigns look really strong. This wasn't the only time John Cena broke character in the middle of a match. During the 2018 Royal Rumble, it came down to the final four: John Cena, Finn Balor, Shinsuke Nakamura, and, ironically, Roman Reigns.
Damn, Roman might go.
And the plan was for Shinsuke and Finn to break it up. Their timing was off though, forcing Cena to yell at Nakamura and Balor to attack him and Roman. Shinsuke and Finn sprung into action, but only after Cena broke character. Drew McIntyre is a nice guy, but whatever you do not get in his way. During the 2021 Elimination Chamber, McIntyre was locked inside a cage and forced to defend his title. Once the Scottish Warriors pod opened, Drew went on a rampage. He beat down Randy Orton and was doing the same to Jeff Hardy. McIntyre looked to throw the charismatic Enigma into one of the pods, but unfortunately, the cameraman was in the way.
He's in danger.
Drew threw Jeff Hardy anyways, and the cameraman accidentally got hit too. Drew McIntyre was too upset to care, and all he said was,
Gangsta, hold your move.
Not long after winning the WWE Championship in 1999, Big Show found himself in a match against Triple H on Raw. The game and the Giant were going through the motions, and it seemed like a normal WWE match. Then, the camera caught Triple H breaking character.
Wait, is that the Big Show with hair? I don't know that man. Huh, I don't know that man. He had hair back then? This is definitely early. Damn.
Now, this isn't something only Triple H has done. The term for what the game did is called calling a spot, where a wrestler will tell their opponent what move to do next. However, what makes this moment noticeable is not only did the camera pick up what Triple H was saying, but he also called Big Show by his real name, Paul White. Survivor Series 2016 was a very bad night for Shane McMahon. Shane was a member of Team SmackDown and competed in a 5-on-5 elimination tag team match. Things got off to a rough start when Chris Jericho gave Shane McMahon a real kick to the face.
Damn.
Unfortunately for Shane O'Mac, that wasn't the only move that went wrong. Later in the match, Shane went to hit the coast to coast, but got caught in midair by Roman Reigns. The spot looked really cool, but Shane landed pretty hard, and afterward, McMahon didn't seem to be okay. What made this even worse is that Shane McMahon's kids were sitting in the front row watching all this. Randy Orton, who was also in the match, decided to break character to let Shane's children know that their dad was gonna be okay. While Shane McMahon did suffer a concussion, he was alright, and was back to work soon after.
Once again, Shane McMahon's probably my favorite Nepo baby. That happened to me once when I was a cameraman. I'm sorry. I hope it didn't hurt. I hope it didn't hurt too bad. Shane really worked. Yeah, Shane McMahon is one of my favorite Nepo babies, bro. He's a Nepo baby that put in the work. Yeah, like I think actually I genuinely think that he like put in a lot of work. Like, he took a ton of bumps that I don't think he necessarily needed to take, but he did. You know, he really did. So he's arguably up there in terms of Nepo babies for me. That and the guy who played what's his name in The Boys. What's his name? Oh shit, what's his name in The Boys? He plays the lead guy. That guy's also a Nepo baby. I can't remember his name though. Fuck. Yeah, Jack Quaid. Like, if you didn't actually look into it, I don't think you could have like guessed that guy was a Nepo baby.
In late 2018, Mustafa Ali was receiving a big push when he was moved to SmackDown and began feuding with the WWE champion Daniel Bryan. The two faced off in a tag team match, which saw Bryan team with Andrade while Ali teamed with AJ Styles. To close out the match, Mustafa Ali hit his finisher, the 054, on Bryan. However, there was a mistake, and Ali's knee crashed into Daniel Bryan's face. Immediately, Ali broke character to tell Daniel Bryan he was sorry. The match came to an end, and while he had his hand raised, Mustafa Ali felt terrible. Luckily, Ali's knee only hit Bryan's chin, and Daniel was just fine. One moment you definitely need to see is what happened on Raw in 2014. During the Authority's reign of terror, John Cena was put in a 3-on-1 handicap match against Seth Rollins, Kane, and Randy Orton. Despite the numbers being in their favor, Randy's team ended up getting themselves disqualified. Suddenly, Dean Ambrose appeared, pushing a hot dog cart towards the ring. This led to a chaotic and messy fight, but what's really funny is what Randy Orton did. While on the floor, the Viper grabbed one of the hot dog buns and started eating it. It wasn't part of the story or used to play up his character or anything. I guess Randy Orton didn't want perfectly good food to go to waste. Weeks before they would clash at WrestleMania 30, Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan fought in a no disqualification match on Raw. Apparently, one fan sitting near the front row didn't know that the match was no DQ and shouted for the bell to be rung. The Viper's response was priceless.
It's no DQ! Ring the bell! You kick this! There's no bell
While Randy Orton was part of Evolution, he, Batista, and Ric Flair found themselves in a 3-on-2 handicap match against Rob Van Dam and Chris Jericho.
You did this is so insane.
Hi besties, it's me, Miwa, and if you're enjoying today's video, please consider subscribing, okay? Like, please, 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 times a billion. I'm like, really asking this of you, ne?
Snack break in the middle of a fight is crazy. But who brings a hot dog cart? Okay. Yeah, but like, I mean, shit, if you're hungry, right? What are you gonna do about it? I love Randy Orton, honestly.
Despite the disadvantage, Jericho managed to lock Batista in the walls of Jericho. Randy tried to make the save, but lost his grip and botched the RKO. Luckily, a second attempt did the trick, but it was still pretty funny seeing Orton mess up his own finisher like that. The 2009 Royal Rumble was a big moment for Randy Orton, due to the fact that he won the entire thing. Unfortunately, the big celebration had one big mess up.
Yeah?
As is tradition, Randy went to point at the WrestleMania sign and for a bunch of pyro to go off. Randy waited, but there was no pyro. Finally, he had to put his hand down and try pointing again, but still nothing. The Viper legitimately got annoyed that the pyro wasn't going off, but thankfully, after he stood on the rope, the pyro guy woke up and set off the fireworks. The incident was so bad that WWE edited it out of all future versions of the 2009 Royal Rumble. During his reign as World Heavyweight Champion, Randy Orton found himself in a no disqualification match against Sheamus. The #1 contender for the title, Christian, interfered and attacked the Apex Predator, causing Orton to lose. Randy was furious, and a few days later, he appeared on Raw to give his response. Well, he tried to give a response.
Okay. No way!
Randy Orton's microphone died on live TV. It made the moment less serious, but way more funny.
Chat, the last 2 minutes has just been Randy Orton and no one else. That's kind of insane. Like, they did bro so dirty. They did him so dirty. Holy shit.
Live TV is awesome.
A chaotic ending to Raw in 2014 saw Randy Orton get an attitude adjustment from John Cena.
Ooh.
Orton rolled out of the ring and sold John Cena's finisher, or at least he did until Raw went off the air. Video from a fan caught Randy Orton asking a WWE production member if they were still on TV. As soon as Orton knew the cameras weren't rolling, he got up and pretty much stopped selling the attitude adjustment. Randy worked his shift and clocked out as soon as it was over.
You know, bet.
Shortly after Seth Rollins won the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 31, both Roman Reigns and Randy Orton had their eye on the Architect.
It's still him. He's been wrestling for 30 years. Yeah, but like the number of times he's shown up in this one list alone, it's like he's at least like a good like 3 or 4 minutes of this video. It's so funny. It's so goofy. I love this.
The three men confronted each other on Raw, and while Roman Reigns was talking, Orton did this.
With all due respect, Randy, you had your shot, man.
It looked like Randy Orton was blowing a kiss to Roman Reigns. That's kind of weird. Well, the Viper thought the cameras weren't on him, so he decided to blow a kiss to his wife, who was sitting in the front row. On SmackDown in 2011, the Viper found himself in a street fight with Kane. The battle eventually spilled out to the announcer's table. Randy fought out of Kane's hold, but his leg accidentally fell through a hole, causing him and the table to come crashing down. That was funny, but what was hilarious was Randy Orton's reaction afterward. If it hurt, Randy didn't show it, because he kept fighting as if the entire thing never happened.
Damn!
At WrestleMania 29, Randy Orton was in a tag team match with Big Show and Sheamus.
Chat, I'm just saying, if you don't do that for your wife, if you don't blow her a kiss while you're on live TV, it's not real, chat. Okay, it's not real. Okay? Yeah, also, he's here again. And he... Literally after we were just saying he's on here quite a bit, huh? He's on here twice again. And hitting friends at the RKO at the pool. Bro, oh man, hitting the pool with Impact is painful.
They lost the match, and at the end of it, Big Show attacked both the Viper and the Celtic Warrior. The next night, Orton and Sheamus were eager to get their hands on the world's largest athlete. Both men demanded a match, leading to a confrontation in the ring. Unfortunately, Randy Orton forgot what he was supposed to say.
While you're out here pleading your case and practically begging for support,
Randy ended up having to ask Sheamus what he was supposed to say next. It was so obvious that Orton forgot his line that WWE erased the moment from history when they put the show on the WWE Network.
Yeah?
While you're out here pleading your case and practically begging for support, Big Show's mine tonight.
This one,
They
is
edited
just
it,
disgusting.
damn.
At No Way Out 2003, Triple H defended his World Heavyweight Championship against Scott Steiner. Randy Orton, along with Ric Flair and Batista, interfered to help the game. Their interference did pay off, as the Cerebral Assassin was able to retain the gold. Now, watch what Randy Orton does as the group is leaving.
I call them evolution. But whatever, whether they're evil or not.
What? Wait.
Ew! Randy sneezes and then
and he
rubs
wipes
his hand
it.
on Triple H. I guess we can call him the Wiper now. With
See? It's not my fault. He actually does keep showing up, right? Like, hey, I'm pointing it out, but he does keep showing it. He does keep showing up. Also, brother, that is gross. Damn, Randy. He got fucking caught. This is so funny. He can't keep getting away with this. He's a Wiper now. This is so good. Poor Triple H. Oh,
Christmas
man.
only a few days away,
Okay.
Santino Marella decided to be a Grinch and revealed the truth about Santa Claus.
Okay.
Before he could, John Cena walked in and cut him off. Despite how seriously he took the situation, even Cena cracked up.
You have a big mouth, John Cena, and there's nothing I would like more for Christmas than a chance to shut it.
After becoming WWE champion, Stone Cold Steve Austin was embroiled in a feud with Vince McMahon and Dude Love. To keep an eye on his enemy, Stone Cold decided to watch one of Dude Love's matches ringside as a guest commentator. The Texas Rattlesnake wasn't gonna just sit and watch, however, and ended up getting in the ring. Stone Cold threw some beer at Dude Love, which seemed to form some kind of an alliance. Dude Love, aka McFoley, ended up leaving Steve Austin in the ring and joined Vince McMahon and his dudettes on stage for some dancing. McMahon went all out, and the sight of seeing his boss dancing made Stone Cold smile.
Oh, good grief. Who's he think he is, Dick Clark?
What?
Prior to joining WWE, Lance Storm's catchphrase was,
If I can be serious for a minute.
This attitude carried over to WWE, but it was Stone Cold Steve Austin who wasn't having it.
Okay.
The Texas Rattlesnake would shout boring during Lance Storm's matches and even pretended to fall asleep. Goldust decided to help out and tried to improve Lance's charisma and make him more interesting. This led to a backstage segment where Lance Storm dressed up as Goldust. The real bizarre one was being his usual self, and Goldust actually did it so well that Lance Storm couldn't help but laugh.
We've got kielbasas, and we've got sausage and midgets, all waiting in the...
Most of the time, when Brock Lesnar has broken character on TV, Lesnar has done it himself. But
That's
there's one time
insane.
that Brock had no choice but to go off script. In January 2020, Brock was getting ready for the Royal Rumble. While Paul Heyman was hyping up the Beast, R-Truth came out and interrupted. Truth started talking and hit fans with a joke that was so funny, even Lesnar couldn't help but laugh.
You may be
Okay.
a big man, but I know you will go flying over that top rope, Paul Heyman.
Brock could not control his laughter and broke character on live TV in one of the funniest moments of his career.
I forgot about this part. Oh my god. I remember it too. The video just made Randy my favorite WWE wrestler. He's so funny. He does his heel thing so good. It's so funny. I forgot. Yeah, nope. Paul Heyman. For reals. R-Truth is arguably one of my favorite, on the mic. He is so good. I love R-Truth. Paul taking random strays.
What's up?
Oh.
Brock Lesnar might be a WWE wrestler, but if you make him angry, he's more than willing to go MMA on your ass.
Damn.
Roman Reigns learned this the hard way. The Beast and the Roman Empire faced off for the first time at WrestleMania 31. The match did not start off on the right foot, as Brock got a cut on his face. Things got worse when Roman accidentally hit Lesnar with some knees that actually connected. Brock got upset, so he repaid Reigns with a stiff clothesline that knocked Roman out of the ring. Lesnar wasn't finished yet though, as he also gave Roman a hard slap.
Oh! No!
At the 2016 Royal Rumble, Braun Strowman was destroying the competition with his Wyatt family brothers. When Brock Lesnar came out, Brock mowed down everyone, but Strowman didn't budge. This caused Lesnar to hit Braun for real in order to knock him down. It's unknown why Strowman wouldn't go down for Lesnar, but it's believed that the producers told Braun not to look weak. Clearly Brock didn't get that message, or just chose to ignore it. The Beast and the Monster Among Men would once again have issues with each other at the 2018 Royal Rumble. The two were competing in a triple threat match when Braun got sloppy and accidentally kneed Brock in the head. Lesnar quickly broke character and gave Strowman 2 real punches. The happy ending to this story is that Braun Strowman said the two made up and were cool with each other. The question in this next clip is, why would you hit Brock Lesnar that hard? On SmackDown 2003, Lesnar was hit a chair by Matt Hardy. Hardy swung too hard though, and the back of Brock's head was busted open. Lesnar quickly turned into UFC Brock and gave Hardy a hard clothesline as payback shortly after the accident. On Raw, Alicia Fox bumped into Nia Jax. Alicia had a habit of acting crazy, and that's what happened with Nia. But something didn't go according to plan.
Okay.
You don't want to get out of my face! Huh? What do you want to do?
This was the weirdest way someone broke character ever in WWE. On NXT, Goldust and Oksana were about to get married. Of course, it was a storyline, but one of the commentators randomly broke the illusion and admitted the wedding was part of the show.
I thought Cody and Goldust hated each other. You know this isn't a real wedding, right? This is not real.
On the final Raw of 2015, everyone started coming out from the back to talk about how 2016 would be their year.
Damn, like, I mean, shit. Don't tell me that. I want to believe that they're getting married. What? That's crazy. How could they break my illusion? Right, chat? Bro, I don't know. Like, damn, wrestling being safe is important also. But also my immersion. Chat, I brought the tissues out and so far it's not been emotional. F. Breaking kayfabe like that's hilarious. It's so good. It's insane. It's so goofy. My whimsy is gone. My immersion broken. My skin unmoisturized. Fuck.
Big Show is one of them, but rather than use words, the Giant decided to let his fists do the talking.
Okay, is that right?
He pulled a 1000 IQ move and knocked himself out. However, it worked out too well, and he actually caused Big Show to crack a smile and break character.
I love
We all remember the infamous curtain call incident where Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Kevin Nash, and Scott Hall broke character and hugged each other after Michaels and Nash had just fought in a steel cage match. Luckily for WWE, that incident didn't happen on live TV. But this other incident did. At NXT TakeOver Brooklyn in 2015, Sasha Banks defended the Women's Championship against Bayley. Going into the match, the two women were bitter rivals, and this made the match even better. After having a physical fight, Bayley came out on top and finally won the gold. Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch ran to congratulate her, which was keeping in character. However, Sasha Banks broke character and embraced her enemy with a hug.
That's
the moment
so
would not be
nice.
addressed after the event. Wrestlers also break character for sometimes very serious reasons. In 2007, Monday Night Raw ended with Vince McMahon stepping inside his limo and the vehicle bursting into flames. The next week, it was confirmed that McMahon had died in the explosion, in case you had any doubt. The storyline was supposed to continue with a special investigation to determine who killed the owner of WWE. However, that's not what happened. In real life, WWE wrestler Chris Benoit killed his wife, son, and himself. Hours before Raw was set to go on the air, WWE learned of this information, and Vince McMahon broke character to address the tragedy that had happened.
Tonight's storyline was to have been the alleged demise of my character, Mr. McMahon. However, in reality, WWE superstar Chris Benoit, his wife Nancy, and their son Daniel are dead.
May 23rd, 1999 is one of the darkest days in WWE. The company was broadcasting a pay-per-view event called Over the Edge. During the show, though, a wrestler would die. Owen Hart, who was playing a character called the Blue Blazer, was supposed to descend from the top of the arena and be lowered into the ring. However, the harness snapped and Owen plummeted to his death. The accident wasn't shown on TV. However, commentator Jim Ross was forced to explain what happened to the viewers and break character as well.
Very serious situation here at this point in time is being attended to by the EMTs. This is not a part of the entertainment here tonight. This is as real as real can be here.
In a controversial decision, the show continued and led to Jeff Jarrett also breaking character.
Sweetie,
Deborah, shut up. Let's talk about business. First off, Owen Hart, I'm praying for you, buddy.
On an old
Oh,
school episode of Raw, CM Punk fought Roman Reigns in
wait. Oh, that is so unfortunate. Like, I mean, I know about all of these things, but they really should have canceled. Yeah, they really should have canceled the show. Like, dude, there's so much tragedy surrounding so many of these things, huh? It's really sad. 7 when it happened, yeah. Yeah, no, it must have been traumatizing. Holy shit. I can't imagine that happening in person, like genuinely. I think that like even if he was a good wrestler and even if he was good on the mic, I still don't think that like I think that talking about him fondly erases what he's done. And I think that regardless of how good he was as a wrestler or regardless of how good he was on the mic, we have to remember that lives were lost and it's not right, you know? Like, yeah, it's a really heavy conversation. Mm-hmm. It's a really heavy conversation because like regardless of anything, lives were still lost, you know? It's not good. It's not easy. Like I feel like if you grew up with him on a certain level, you probably resonate, like you probably feel like you can, you know, like you can like you can still kind of like watch his matches, but it's just that like I don't know, personally for me, I feel like out of respect to his wife and his like child, that's not a conversation we should be having regardless. Yeah, it was definitely a sickness. Like the thing about it is that it's really good that now there's like safety in place to make sure that like wrestlers are protected from CTE, because now we know firsthand what happens, you know? Now we know like for reals this is what happens. Like, but like, you know, regardless of if it was like through a disease or what, you know, people still died. Yeah, like doesn't matter. That's why I don't like I don't want to support and like I don't want to watch wrestlers and I want to support wrestlers that are unsafe in the ring. I don't think that's a good thing. Yeah. Like yeah, during a panel 3 people died that night, 2 of them didn't have a choice, 1 of them did. I agree. Like I don't like watching even stuff like Power Slap, cuz I think Power Slap is genuinely terrible. I think that stuff like this, if the only reason why like safety procedures are put in place because of major tragedies, I think that's terrible. I think that there needs to be prevention on everything regardless. I like wrestling, don't get me wrong, but I think that for me to actually be really excited about wrestling, it needs to be like very safe. Do you see the tweet? Yeah. When Ric Flair needs to stop it with this bullshit. Like if I see Ric Flair out on the ring again, it's just elder abuse, bro. Like it's just elder abuse. See you performing a Soul Snatcher? I don't know. I did like genuinely have a moment where I thought about getting into wrestling like for reals, but I don't think so. Yeah, no, no, Ric Flair posted a thing. Like I think there was like a tweet saying that like Ric Flair wants to get back in the ring again, and Charlotte Flair like replied to it being like no. How do hardcores do that? I have no idea. Yeah, no, Yeah, no, it's just elder abuse, bro. Oh man. Yeah, absolutely not for real. I don't know. I don't want him to get back in the ring, bro. I'm scared for that man. I'm genuinely scared for him. I feel like if somebody like even looks at him a little too hard, he's gonna keel over. I'm scared for bro. Mm-hmm. He'll be fine. Ric Flair? Bro, Ric Flair, I don't know, whoever wrestles against Ric Flair had better like be like super careful with him. Like bro is too old. You give it a try, find a competent school. Nah, it's more like I don't have the time for something like that. Unfortunately, I stream every day, so it's a bit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, whoever wrestles Ric Flair needs to be doing it in a padded room with bubble wrap, bro. Ah. Ric Flair needs money for work. He's gone through so many divorces. Yeah, but like, brother, you're too old. At that point, I don't know, work at like Chick-fil-A or something. He gets knocked out, right? He's gonna get knocked out. He's not gonna come back up. He's like too old for this. I can't. I don't know. Please not Ric Flair. Just anyone but Ric Flair.
Of course, Roman had Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins with him, but Punk came prepared with the New Age Outlaws. After the match, the Shield tried to deal some more damage, but were stopped by the return of Jake the Snake. With some help from the Outlaws, Punk was able to knock out Dean Ambrose, and the Lunatic Fringe got the snake treatment.
Whoa!
Most people would freak out having a snake on top of them, but not Ambrose. Dean could not contain his excitement and broke a smile.